Guys, do guys really like take their girls out to go shopping and shit and buy things and pay for it? Cause I just spent $70 at TJ Maxx. I can't afford this.
I know you're gonna go to the grocery store, take 5 seconds to go grab any bouquet, go to the register, it'll be like $15, and bring her some flowers. I'm so over it because the bar is in hell. It's in hell for y'all. It is the simplest thing to do to think of your partner when things are literally readily available right there for you. And you know it's gonna make her day. And for some reason, you still just choose not to do it. So,
what's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women are pissed that men are done spending money on them in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
Can somebody please explain to me what is up with this infested ass batch of men that we have had released into the wilderness these days? I'm so used to, like, back in the day, the men used to, like, go out and be the provider or make something of themselves. And then they come home, they put their women on, or they help her start a business, you know, whatever the case was. Like, he was the leader, she followed in his footsteps, whatever. No, not these days. Not these days. We have men that just message you saying, I want you. I think I like you. I think I have a crush. Well, you know what I think? I think you should never message me again until you're 100% sure you want anything to do with what I got going on over here. That's what I think. 2, the men that want to be in the passenger seats these days, like riding the wave of their women, is mind-boggling. And you wonder why we talk to you the way we do. Bitch.
Isn't it funny how they say they're used to this and they're used to that, and men being this way, and their dad did this for their mom, but they always come up empty-handed with men? And she's gonna say all of this stuff, but you know, why would a man fund a woman's entire lifestyle? What does she have to give in return? We're not gonna hear that part, but no, those days are gone. Those days are over. Reminiscing on something that you never even had before. This is what I'm always getting at. They talk this and that about providers. They don't know the first thing about having a provider, because if they did, they would have them on standby. She would be selling a course right now. This is how I finesse men. This is how I got to where I'm at off of a man. And when she's talking about men using women, I said something in a prior video. This is a lot of the options that they have that are left over. Men that are losers, these are their options. And they're always voicing their frustration with this. But is that the men's fault? Nah, men ain't spending to fund your entire lifestyle. You got that by yourself, right? All right, then. There's nothing to see here. There's nothing to talk about. Let's get the next one.
Why don't men woo women anymore? Like when girls are like, wow, I'm really into him. Because every time I go on a date, it's just like thoroughly disappointing and lacking in effort. And it's not about like money or anything like that. You don't have to put money in. It's just making a girl feel like you actually care about her. And like I hear stories from like the older generations about their dating life, and I'm like, yeah, that just doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if it's like dating app culture, hookup culture, whatever, but men don't woo women anymore. Why?
Okay, so I don't even have to go into a long explanation, because we already know why men don't woo women anymore, but let this chick tell you better than I can tell you.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with keeping your options open when you're in just like the talking, like even just dating phase with the guy. If I'm not like officially girlfriend, boyfriend with you, I'm allowed to keep my options open, go out to the bar, talk to guys, get numbers. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
So like she said, there's nothing wrong with playing the field, especially when you know that a guy's seriously interested in you, because you advance socially way before the men do, right? So you know when a guy's into you. So when a guy is taking you out on dates, courting you, being chivalrous, trying to, you know, make a good first impression, be your dream guy, your forever man, you're still allowed to play the field. And once men understand this, well, there goes all the dudes that you can finesse. See, that's why they don't like this content, because I tell men, you can't control women. And women, you have a view of them. You're viewing women as something that they can never be for you. They have free will. They can come and go as they please, see as many guys and talk to as many guys and sleep with as many guys as they want to. You have no say-so over that. You have no control over that. But once you understand that, you stop getting overly emotional. You meet a woman and you're cool with her just going away. You're not like, oh my God, I can see the rest of my life with this woman that I like so much. Because it actually is very weird. But here's the thing, it's bad for women because those guys who are overly emotional, who want to overinvest in you in the future that isn't even together yet. See, these guys would be good mates, not the creepy nice guy kind. The guys who are genuinely interested in you. The guys that you think that you could do better than. They would actually make good long-term mates for you. But no. You know, men are waking up every day saying, why would I do all of that when it's still okay for her to do this and go as she pleases? Yes, that's okay for them, but it's also okay for guys to say, I'm not going above and beyond, and I'm not opening up my wallet until she proves that she's worth it. But they realize that they can't have both, and then there's a problem. You understand? Don't let them finesse you, bro. You don't have to do a lot for them. Because when they're attracted to you, the less you have to do to get next to them. See, they make certain rules for certain dudes, but it only shoots them in the foot. Because the guys that they're making the rules for are actively watching this. And then by the time she comes around, he's like, nah, I just watched you do all that though. And then they're mad at themselves because their actions showed you how to move with them. Let's get the next one.
I don't understand why niggas beat your DM down knowing that they ain't trying to spend no money. They come at you on some, I'm trying to explore your mind type shit. Nigga, you need to be exploring them pockets. I don't know why you in my DMs ain't trying to buy me no stuff. You know I like stuff. Then you the same type of nigga. If you see me doing a lot of stuff and getting myself a lot of stuff and going a lot of places and spending money, you gonna be the same nigga jealous. You gonna see me out to eat or out on the trip or something, you gonna be sitting at home in the dark room jealous trying to fight me when I come back. Hell no. Stay on my DMs. I don't like niggas that don't like to buy bitches stuff. Like, if you know you don't like to buy bitches stuff, don't even worry about it. It's my birthday. You want to try to snatch my wig off. You want to try to mess my hair up. Them the type of niggas that try to sabotage everything you got going on. I'm having a good day. It's my graduation. This nigga want to go to jail just so he can steal the attention, try to steal my joy. Hell no, nigga. I know what type of nigga you is. Niggas that don't like to buy you stuff ain't gonna do nothing but be jealous and beat you up and try to ruin and sabotage everything good you got going on. Because a motherfucker with nothing to help you lose everything.
They always find out the hard way that the options that they think they have in the DMs are a bunch of those guys that were cool in high school, that were cool in college, but don't have a lot to show for it, are guys that talk a good game, but they ain't about to spend any money, and they're frustrated. And this is why they bypass the whole you hitting them up with the Cash App link in their bio. So you already get a glimpse of what type of chick she is. But guys are still going to hit them up, and she's frustrated with this. All guys want to do is waste your time. Really? So in order for a man to have a conversation with you, say hello and get a hello back, he has to pay you. In order for a guy to ask you, how's your day going, he has to pay you. In order for a guy to laugh at your story or react to it with a flame emoji or a laughing emoji, he has to pay for that? Really? This is why men say no more. No more. Yo, let's meet up. And if she doesn't want to meet up, it is what it is. Just move along. Don't try to plan anything, a shopping spree, this luxurious date, we're going to dinner at this restaurant, this steak restaurant, then we're going to go from here to go to here. No. No. Because they think less of guys who move like this. Because even for free, a guy just trying to talk to them, they think that they're better than you to the point where they're like, why isn't this guy paying me? No, absolutely not.
I honestly just want to say that I blame all the Disney movies that I watched while growing up for making me think the way I think and just expecting for Prince Charming to come and sweep me off my feet and us be happily ever after. And then when that doesn't happen time after time after time, I'm so disappointed and I'm just like, damn, are my expectations too high? Or have my standards just been really low this whole time? Because the math ain't mathin' and it's just made me more disappointed than anything. Like, I just want to have a happily ever after too.
She's blaming Disney, but this is exactly how women are brought up to believe. And it makes sense because, you know, you can always sit there and ask yourself, if they learn men faster than men learn women and they're more social, they understand that the guys that are good for them and the guys that are bad for them. But they think it's a rite of passage to go for the guys that are bad for them because a good guy will be waiting there at the end. It's like a sweet 16. It's like a prom. It's a rite of passage for them. You understand? They know that the guys aren't good for them. They go for these guys anyway because they believe that a sucker will be there at the end of the road. And then when a guy's not there, they're stunned like, Well, I have never in my entire life. Well, now you have. He's not there. More men are waking up every day. Why would you want to be that guy? Why would you want to be that sucker guy? The guy that she makes rules for, that she walks around on a leash like a dog. You see these guys all day. I gotta ask my wife. I don't think my wife would like that. Oh, no, I would never. You can ask a guy a question. Hey, you think she's hot? Oh, getting all scared and shit. So she can either go that route and get one of these guys at the end, but see, a lot of times they don't, because what they think in their head is the guy who's a sucker who's going to be waiting there at the end is going to be charming, tall, charismatic, loaded with money. Bro, this is where they get this way of thinking from books, TV, Disney, and then they're frustrated with themselves when they come to the realization that this was never true, and I'm more of a dumbass because I actually believed in this. They got nobody but themselves to blame. Let's get the next one.
When did dating get so boring and irritating? My friends and I got drinks tonight and we were talking about how boring the dating scene has gotten. And I really do think that it's because of this nonchalance epidemic that has arisen from this play or get played culture where everybody wants to connect with somebody, but they don't want to care as much as the other person. So they like want to win by caring less. And it's just become so calculated. And I think it's why you see so many people coming off the dating apps, because the dating apps, I do think, had their golden age when people were on there to meet other people and have fun. And now it's just become another vessel for validation where people are connecting, but they're not doing anything about it. And so it's like, what's the point? And I think that's also why you see a lot of people just opting out of dating altogether. I know so many people who are just opting out of it altogether because in hindsight, when they go on a date with somebody, they're not having fun because these people are so nonchalant and irritating. So it's like, all right, well, my time would have been better spent hanging out with my friends or going to the gym or working or like doing something to better my life other than going and hanging out with Joe Schmo who's acting like he's too cool to be there. So I don't know what's going on, but it's not fun. It should be fun.
No. You know, with this whole nonchalant thing, you've trained men to be nonchalant. And women are naturally not nonchalant with guys that they really want like that. You know, the farthest it'll go is you always feel like a kind of standoffish energy from a woman until you talk to her. And then she gets to know you and she's like, oh, okay. He's not as full of himself as I thought. But other than that, bro, women don't really do too much. They might play a little bit, but they'll convert. You know, all of this nonchalant, no, when she's talking about men, this is directed at men. Men are nonchalant because you trained men to be nonchalant. Don't believe in anything that they say. Guys, protect your wallet. A lot of guys are doing good for themselves. I know it because I read the comments. See comments all the time. I've saved 20K last year. Thanks for the advice, bro. I saved 40K in 1 year and I didn't date. You were right, bro. I know I'm right. Put your head down, stack the bread. Do it for yourself. Oh, inflation this and inflation that. Real men don't complain. We just get to it. We don't make excuses. We make money. While they're out here complaining, oh, I just wish I had a guy and I just wish I had somebody to take the, you know, I'm tired of being strong and when am I ever going to be soft? And shut up. Men ain't opening their wallets anymore. We're actually being very silent about what we do. You know, when we meet women, we're not telling them, oh, I have this and I do this. And nah, guys are keeping that close. Say a guy has 3 cars. He'll pick her up in the cheapest car he has. Yes. Being very smart and being very strategic. Do not try to impress these women. They're nobody to try to impress. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
My man, which is my stepson's father, saw my videos and he no longer wants to provide for me or my 6 children. I don't know how he saw the videos because he's not on TikTok. I don't know if it's my stepson that showed him the videos or what, but he got home today from work and said that he no longer is going to pay for anything for me or my children because he did not know that I was treating his son so poorly. I honestly, I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying not to cry because I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. He said I now have to find a place for me and my 6 kids. And honestly, I have nowhere to go. Nowhere. I tried to apologize and he was just like, no. He's not accepting my apology. He's super mad. And like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, yeah. I'm like, are you really gonna allow for your son to come in between our relationship? That's ridiculous.